Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here, and today I am playing along with Scraptember, and it is day 20, which the theme for today is hearts, so that is what I will be putting on this page, or at least one of the embellishments that are going on this page. And I am also using 6x6 paper pad, or papers from 6x6 paper pads. I didn't get my layout up for the hop, but there is a hop for mini paper pads. I'll try to remember to put the link for everybody else who played along and actually had their videos in on time. But needless to say, I am using 6x6. It's a whole several different companies. I just have a whole stack of 6x6 papers that have been taken out of paper pads, and I grabbed a couple and put them together for this layout. So I'm starting with my background, which is a piece of white cardstock, and then I have Twisted Citron Distress Oxide ink that you saw me put down on my layout first, and then everything that I'm putting on this page, so all the papers, all the embellishments, I have gone ahead and inked the edges using the Evergreen Bough Distress Oxide as well. So I just wanted to show a little bit of that. I did most of the inking of the edges off camera, so I just wanted to show a little bit of it on. So now that I have that line of color on the page, I'm going to take some Distress Spritz and some Distress Mica Stain, the Twisted Citron for the spritz, and then it is Merry Mint for the mica spray. And I'm just adding some splatters. A lot of this gets covered up. I do off camera, when I put the pattern paper down, I do add a little bit more because, again, most of this is covered by the time I end up putting my pattern papers down. But I do want to I always add something to my background. I have a hard time just leaving a white piece of paper white. So generally there's always some sort of splatters at the very least, if not some sort of ink. So there you see, I'm just making sure that I have enough space. And then this is the background that I'm going to mat that white cardstock on. This is an old piece of pattern paper from Amy Tan, I think. I don't even know what collection, maybe Better Together, I don't even know, but that's going to be my background that will frame my layout. And then here is the photo that I'm working with, and I have two more 6x6 pattern papers. I think the stripe that's in the background, that was a Heidi Swap, I want to say. This one with the wood grain numbers, that is definitely a crepe paper. And then I believe this other green or teal is a Simple Stories, if I remember correctly. So like I said, a big mix of 6x6 pattern papers. And then these little cards, that one there, it's like a bingo card, that was also cut from a 6x6 pattern paper. And I know it was a Simple Stories. I don't know the collection that it was, but I do know it was Simple Stories. And so basically this is how my background's gonna flow. And I'm just going to play with all these embellishments that I pulled. I'm going to have a cluster that's up there at the top of the photo, and then one down here on the bottom right of the photo. And my title's also going to go up above where my photo is. So sort of a centralized design, although I do end up adding a little bit. You'll see here in a moment, I do add something over on the right hand side of the page. I just felt like it needed it. Yeah, here's where I go. Okay, I think I'm going to use some of my tickets over here. So that's what you see me doing. So I'm going to end up putting a few items over there. So at this point you're going, okay, this theme is hearts, and I'm playing with florals and tickets and butterflies. But as you can see, there is a whole bunch of hearts there. Those are also cut from two different 6x6 pattern papers. Those ones I have no idea who they were from or what manufacturer they were. But I have like a floral, and then I have like a watercolory paper. And I used a Tim Holtz Big Sizzix heart die, and I put it through my Big Shot and cut all of these hearts. So I'm going to have a ton of those hearts all throughout the page, all around my 2 embellishment clusters and my title, and then a little one over there for that small cluster on the right. And yeah, lots of hearts. And then even on the thicker set that you see to the side there, that is all sparkly. There's hearts on that as well, so I'm going to pull those in. So yeah, lots of hearts. So I definitely hit the challenge with this one. And as you can see, I definitely kept to a specific color scheme. I do like to do I like to limit my colors. I tend to not do a ton of like super multicolored layouts. I usually tend to pick 2 to 3 colors for my pages and go with that. These 2 colors just seem to work well with the photo. The color of the title in the world of Disney that's lit up in the photo kind of has that tealy blue color. So when I saw these 6x6 pattern papers, I thought that kind of works out perfect. And I figured this works for this photo. And this is, like I said, it's the sign from World of Disney in Orlando. Every time we go to Disney, we go to Downtown Disney, or that's what it used to be called. It's Disney Springs now. But we go to Downtown Disney, and typically we do that on the first day that we're in Orlando, and we tend to go and eat dinner, shop around before we start our Disney vacations. And so this has all changed now, because this is several years old, this photo. So I think this was back, I think now Stitch is on top. Yes, Stitch is still there, I think, as of the last time I was there, I think. And this is Cinderella's castle, or Cinderella's carriage. I don't think that's the one at the other entrance. There's 2 ways to get in, but they've made a lot of changes to what's displayed, and I don't believe this is sort of what the front looks like anymore, but nonetheless, that is what we're documenting. And so that's going to do it for this page. Don't forget to check out the description box below. I'll have everyone who's playing along with Scraptember go and check out what everyone's doing with the theme of hearts for today. And with that, these are the still photos, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.